Oh yeah, we doing it again. Bass back in the house. Let's talk about something different. All right, we're gonna talk about adding and subtracting with integers. In other words, negatives. This is what kills people the most throughout the whole year in algebra, okay? So, I'm actually going to probably do this in a couple parts. So let's talk about this. First of all, okay, you have two options for adding integers. You can either think like money, and then we'll get to a B. Okay, so let's start with thinking like money. All of you all know money. You know when you want money. You know how to get money. Hopefully, nah, y'all broke. I'm broke. We all broke. Trying to get some more money. So, here's what we need to do. Okay? Positive numbers are like money in my pocket. I have it. Okay? Negative numbers are money that I owe other people. Okay? So, if you can think about it this way, it makes your life a little bit easier. So let's look at this and what it looks like in the math world, okay? Like, you have to get down with the positives and the negatives, right? This has to be on point. Whole year of algebra rests on it. If you can't add positives and negatives, all to the BZ. So, let's take this example, and we're going to think it out. Thinking it out is always the best way, okay? So let's take 3 plus negative 8. Before you just start doing something, stop and think. I think 3, okay? This is money I have. So I got $3 in my pocket right here, but I owe somebody else $8. I have $3 and I owe you $8. Can I pay you back? Yes or no? No, Mr. Bass, you can't pay him back. Well, if I give them everything that I have, how much do I still owe them? Oh, okay, well, 8 minus 3, 5. You're going to owe them $5 still. Well, if I owe you money, is it positive or negative? Well, if I owe you, that means it's negative. So the answer to this is -5. So we can do this by thinking, okay? We can do this by thinking every time. Let's do the next one. It says -6 plus a -2. I want you to think this out in your head and come up with the answer before I do it, but think it out in terms of money. Alright, you totally just started out. So, here it is. I owe somebody $6. Plus, then I owe them $2 more. Do I have any money? Nope, not as far as I can tell. All I can see is that I owe them money. How much do I owe them? Well, it looks like I owe them -$8. I owed you 6 and I owed you 2. I must owe you total $8. Okay? Let's look at this next one. -5 plus 11. Pause it right here and think it out in terms of money. Say, I have blah, 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 I owe blah, blah, blah. Think about that right now. Okay, hopefully you just thought about it. So, I owed Stephanie $5. But then I had $11 in my pocket. Can I pay her back? Yes or no? Yeah, you can pay her back. Well, I have extra money left over, or do I still owe her? No, you have extra money left over. So after I paid Stephanie back, so I took my $11 and I paid her back 5. What's that? 6? Do I have $6 or do I still owe her $6? I have $6, so this is my final answer. Okay? All of this, if you always stop and think about it like money, it's not hard. It's really not. What people do is they just don't stop and think about what they're doing. So let's do this next one. Negative 10 plus a negative 3. What do you have? Do you have anything? Do you owe money? What is it? You come up with your answer right now. And check and see if your thought process is the same as mine. I owe somebody $10. Then I owe that same person $3 more. How much do I owe them? 13. I owe them money, and I owe them a total of $13. Okay? So that is what you have. So now I'm going to show you the other way to do it. Now there is a rule to adding fractions. Okay? Say you don't like to think like money. Some of you just like rules. There is a rule. Okay? The rule for fractions, adding integers, excuse me, says 1. So you can do this if you just like to remember a rule. 1. If the signs are the same, add the numbers. Or, if the signs are different, signs are the same, you add. Signs are different, you subtract the numbers. And finally, always choose the sign of the bigger number for your answer. Okay? So make sure you get that down. You can pause it. Alright, so here's what we have. Let's go with this. So, for example, now we're going to think about the same thing, but we're going to use those rules. So, negative 8 plus 7 equals. My rule said, the signs are the same, I add. This is positive, this is negative, so signs aren't the same. Signs are different, so I subtract. 8 minus 7 is 1. Then finally, I got to pay attention to this sign. I always use the sign of the bigger number. 8's bigger than 7. 8 is negative, so that 1 is negative. Done. Let's use these same rules. Let's go negative 12 plus 5. Are my signs the same or different? You see that they are different. This one's negative, this one's positive. They're different. Do I add or subtract? I subtract. 12 minus 5 is 7. It says use the sign of the bigger number. 12 is bigger than 5. 12 is negative, so my answer is negative. Negative 10 plus a negative 16. Are my signs the same or different? I'm looking here. They are the same. Signs are the same, that means I add. 10 plus 16 is 26. Then I look at this and I say, okay, I'm going to use the sign of the bigger number. 16 is bigger, 16 is negative, So 26 is negative. I can think like money. I can use the sign of the bigger, or I can use the rules, excuse me. Either one, doesn't matter. Whatever works for you, I don't care as long as you can explain one of them. Mr. Bass, out. That wasn't a good one. I'll have to remix it next time.